Alright, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to go through first the team I have for semifinals against my opponent, Mash of the Heavens. I don't remember the team name, to be honest. And then we'll go through the battle, hopefully live commentary. So you can see the matchup in the top right. He's got Dragonite, Aegislash, Ferrothorn, Arcanine, Charizard, Umbreon, Feraligatr, Aerodactyl, Steelix, Conkeldurr, and Magnemite. I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I don't think this is a very good draft. And I kind of pointed it out. Well, when I was going through on my own, I was going through the drafts just to look at him. And I saw this guy, I think, was sick. He was before me. So I think he was either 4th, 5th, or 6th overall. And he drafted Dragonite, which is very surprising. And then he's got a lot of type, repetitive, I don't know what that's. He's got 4 steel types, is what I'm trying to say, and 2 fire types. He doesn't even have a fairy type. And of course, I don't have a dragon type, so I can't really take advantage of that too well. The one draft I don't have a dragon type in. But that being said, I mean, look, he's obviously in the semifinals, and he's been doing mad work with this team. I'm just going to share something real quick. I'm going to pop this up. Usually, a team will have like one Pokemon that has like at least 3 more kills than every other Pokemon on the team. Mine is Nidoking. Nidoking's far and away has the most kills. I have, Greninja with like 5 or 6. I have Spectre with 6, which all came from week 1. Zapdos and Kartana are around that, but Nidoking's got 14. Well, in the regular season. I didn't really count playoff last week. Look at my opponent's team here with the kills. Nothing is above 6, and there's like I'm not doing like statistical analysis here, but he's got 2 Pokemon with 6 kills, 3 with 5 kills, 1 with 4, 2 with 3. So it's just like it's so even and it's so consistent. He's got a very wide team and not a very tall team, if that makes any sense. And he spreads it around, and he's done incredibly well, obviously making it to the semifinals. I think he actually technically lost the game in the quarterfinals, but his opponent brought a Pokemon that he didn't actually have, so he got the forfeit win. But that game was incredibly close anyway, and it could have gone either way. So this guy's definitely done a great job at getting in this position. But like I said, I just don't think it's a very dynamic team. I think he's done well to do work with it, but for example, he really leans into like a choice banded dragon. I did my research here, a little bit of research. He leans in a adamant banded Dragonite a lot. I think Umbreon's definitely a lock in this game. Let's see, Arcanine tends to bring that a lot as well. Conkeldurr's definitely a problem. Aegislash is definitely coming to this game. Ferrothorn's a maybe. I also don't have a fire type, so it's probably likely that he brings Ferrothorn. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to show that graphic because I thought that was awesome to look at. So yeah, anyway, another problem I have with this team is it's incredibly it's like all physical almost. He runs a lot of physical Aegislash, and his only real special attacker on this team, like at all, is going to be the Charizard. That's about it. And we have to keep in mind Pursuit is a thing with the Umbreon. I think Pursuit is likely. He brought it against a Dragapult. I think it's likely that he brings it for Spectre. Of course, we're not bringing Spectre, but it's definitely possible he runs the Pursuit there, which is kind of good for us. It gets rid of a move slot for him. When he brought Pursuit, he also brought Moonlight. So if it's like Pursuit, Moonlight, Toxic, and Foul Play, maybe Pursuit, Moonlight, Foul Play, and Wish, something like that. So yeah. Anyway, let's go into our team now. We've got the physically defensive Suicune Veil 2.0. And a little bit of a Crocoon set, I guess. Trying to take advantage of pressure. And like I said, I do need the physical bulk in this game because I don't want to, I don't want to lose to his physical threats. He's got a lot of them, so. We have Surf there because I don't want to Scald Burn the Conkeldurr. I might change it to Scald if I decide that Uxie is the best Conkeldurr answer, but the Conkeldurr knocks it off. It's a real problem. I'd rather just not risk it and have Surf there. And, you know, with this set, with the leftovers and the substitute and the protect, we can really PP stall things with the pressure. And then, you know, hopefully just do a lot of damage. I had this thing as max special attack, max HP with the modest nature, but I decided to change it to physically defensive because it just deals with his team a little bit nicer. If he doesn't bring like a power whip on the Ferrothorn, I can sub up against that and just Calm Mind until he switches, because he can't really break my sub with anything. Same with Arcanine. If it's not offensive, it won't have Wild Charge. So we can probably get a sub up against that. Umbreon for sure we'll be able to sub up against. We do outspeed that thing as well. Another thing, he's only got one Pokemon over 130 speed, which is Aerodactyl, so that's good for us. What else? It's nice for Feraligatr, it's nice for Aerodactyl, nice for Steelix. It's just kind of a must bring in this scenario, I think. Of course, I would like to have Ice Beam for Dragonite, but I've kind of just run out of moves here, so yeah, that's that. Next up, we're gonna go into the Zapdos. I think it's a really, I'm trying out some new things conceptually. Like this Pokemon, for example, we got the Stomping Tantrum with the leftovers, and I'm not even worried about outspeeding Charizard or Aerodactyl. Like, I'm not even going max speed trying to speed tie Charizard, because the way I see it, if my one answer to the Charizard fails, then I'm probably just going to lose this game anyway. Mega Charizard Y is such a good Pokemon. I really enjoyed using it, and while it is 4 times weak to rocks, I think that's kind of over. I don't know how to say it. Like people assume that it's just so bad because it's 4 times weak to rock. I mean, no. Like you can bring hazard removal, and obviously you can't run boots, but you know, he's got the Default Dragonite, Default Aerodactyl, even Default Conkeldurr. He's been able to do pretty well as far as hazard control to help out his team a little bit here. So it doesn't look like it, but you know, again, he's been able to do it pretty well. I have 96 speed, which will outspeed an Adamant Dragonite. I'm expecting him to run Adamant max speed. I mean, he's done that before, and there's really nothing he could get out of running anything other than max speed. I mean, if he does Jolly, like, what? He's still not gonna outspeed a Nidoking. Maybe for Klefki, but that's not. You don't need to speed tie for. You don't need to put speed in for Klefki. So this will outspeed an Adamant max speed Dragonite. Adamant nature. The rest in defense, because again, I'm not staying against Charizard anyway, so I might as well just have as much defense investment to take on his other Pokemon, like everything else, pretty much, because everything else is physical. So I'm really hoping that he brings in the Aegislash on this as I click either Close Combat or Brave Bird, and then I U-turn, and if he clicks King Shield there, first of all, the U-turn doesn't work, which will power up Stomping Tantrum next turn. Because if you don't know, it's a 75 base power. Power doubles if the user's last move failed. So U-turn will fail under a King Shield. I'll get the attack drop, which will actually boost my attack because of Defiance. So now I'll be at +1 with the double, or with the boosted Stomping Tantrum. That should knock out most, like 90% of Aegislashes. Unless he's like max Fizz Death, it'll knock him out. So that's really good. Getting rid of Aegislash could be clutch for us. And yeah, I think Zapdos, besides Charizard and Arcanine, it really goes crazy. I don't expect him to run, you know, much speed in Arcanine. If he does, more power to him. But yeah, I mean, you know, again, Intimidate Arcanine is not good for him because that'll just trigger Defiant. So if anything, they run the non-intimidate Arcanine. But Flash Fire isn't really gonna help because I don't have a fire type. So yeah. Anyway, that's the Zapdos. I'm really hoping that that little situation works out for us with the Aegislash. It's a great thing for Umbreon. It's great for Ferrothorn. Great for Conkeldurr. Great for Steelix. So hoping this thing puts in a lot of work for us. Next up is going to be that Snorlax with the Chople Berry. Counter, Rock Slide, Heat Crash, and Encore. So we have enough Spadef to take 2 Timid Focus Blasts from the Charizard. Rock Slide should all but knock him out. If it doesn't knock him out, it's close enough. We do have the Thick Fat, so we can take Fire type attacks a little bit better. And then the rest just goes into defense because I want to be able to take, you know, again, just physical hits from anything. He's got a lot of priority on his team. That's another thing I have to commend here. E-Speed D-Knight, Shadow Sneak, Aegislash, E-Speed, Arcanine, Aqua Jet for Alligator, Mach Punch, Conkeldurr. There's a lot of priority on this team. So Chople Berry will help me against Conkeldurr. It'll help me against potential superpower Dragonite, which I have seen from this guy a few times. Close Combat Aegislash, which is also pretty common. Even a Focus Blast Charizard. I'm thinking if he runs Belly Drum, Drain Punch, Charizard, I don't believe that kills us from full, and then we'll be able to counter. So that's what the counter's for. It's just kind of like a surprise, oh gotcha kind of thing, where I can try to kill something real quick. I don't even know if counter affects Aegislash. That would suck if it doesn't. But at the same time, if it doesn't, he's gonna outspeed us. Go for the close combat. He'll be in Blade form. Heat Crash should knock him out at that point, because Blade form Aegislash is like it's such a glass cannon. And Heat Crash, it like compares your weight to the opponent's. I don't think Aegislash, it might be heavy. I don't know. I'll calculate later. But Encore's our last move, just because Encore's cool. I can maybe Encore Ferrothorn into a Leech Seed or something. I don't know. Or maybe Umbreon into like a Wish or a Protect or whatever it may be. Yeah, I didn't know what else to put there, to be honest. So I just put Encore. Yeah, next up is the Greninja. Choice specs: Hydro Cannon, Surf, Water Shuriken, and Dark Pulse. Again, just 60 in defense instead of HP, because his team is incredibly physically offensive. I think I've said that like 50 times now. We have enough speed for the Charizard. We're modest. Hydro Cannon will do a lot to Umbreon. Now, you do have to recharge afterwards, but I don't think you're like locked in. I think you just, like, if you stay in, you have to recharge. But if you, and this might be something I have to test, but if you, like, if you want to switch, you can still switch. I think that's how it works. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe that's how Slaking works. The thing is, with Hydro Cannon, if you hit into a Protect, it's not gonna, what am I trying to say? It's not gonna, like, count as a recharge. So not like with Slaking, you can just run Protect, and then every turn he attacks, you Protect, and just basically shut it down that way. But that's not the case with Hydro Cannon. Of course, you could Wish Stall me, and that's a problem. But I'm hoping to just do as much damage as humanly possible to the Umbreon. If it is Spadef, it's gonna take about 60-65% from it. Of course, it does have a chance to miss, but at that point, I mean, we're doing so much damage. It's really hard for him to deal with that. And if he's at all physically defensive, definitely not taking 2, barely taking 1. If I have Chip on him, it's an Oko, and at that point, we're in business with Greninja. So again, I'll have to check if it makes me stay in after Hydro Cannon. That's a little risky, but yeah. Anywho, that's the Greninja, and then there's Surf, Water Shuriken, Dark Pulse. I really don't have much for that Umbreon for this set, which is why I feel like the Hydro Cannon is so important. So yeah, next up is Nidoking. Just a pretty basic offensive Nidoking here. Earth Power, Focus Punch, Flamethrower, Ice Beam. Focus Punch, of course, for the Umbreon. If he stays in, and I click that, or okay, if he switches into Umbreon, which is probably his main Nidoking answer here, I do a lot of damage with the Focus Punch. I can force out things like Aegislash, Arcanine, probably Dragonite, because he'll know the Ice Beam's coming if he's like locked into Superpower or E-Speed or something. Ferrothorn probably because of the Flamethrower threat. Yeah, we'll have to feel it out, make some plays around it. We've been doing pretty well with Nidoking, so hoping to continue that streak. Last but not least is just the basic Uxie I've used a few times this season. I think it's pretty good with the Yawn plus U-turn. And then we have Rocks, because Rocks are really good against his team. Kind of forces him to get rid of them. If he needs, I don't have any removal, but all of his removal is Defog. So if the Ferrothorn tries to Hazard Stack on me, and I get a Rock up, they'll probably be compelled to just click Defog, because Charizard, if they bring Charizard, it's a big problem for that Pokemon to, take half damage every time it comes in. And also, if they don't run Boots on Arcanine or Dragonite, they're taking damage from that. Especially Dragonite with the multi-scale is a problem. So yeah, Stealth Rocks is good here. I can knock off items, I can Yawn, and then U-turn, which is really nice because we can kind of force things out and then get momentum that way. Pokemon that usually wouldn't be forced out, like an Umbreon, for example. Probably doesn't want to be put to sleep. So, yeah. Anyway, that is the team. I know this is a pretty long team builder, but I thought that I had some pretty interesting thoughts here. So, yeah. That is that. We're going to go ahead and cut to the battle right now, and I will see you there. Alright, here we are in the battle, going up against the opponent here. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Okay, I'm putting in my sets for on the calc. Alright, so my opponent brings Ferrothorn, Aegislash, Umbreon, Charizard, Arcanine, Dragonite. So no Conkeldurr, which is good for me. Good news. No Magnemite, which was I think to be expected. What else? I don't even remember, to be honest. No Feraligatr. Was that it? Nah, there's one more. There's definitely one more. Oh well. Not too surprised about anything in particular here. I kind of want to lead with the Zapdos. You know, if the Zapdos kind of helps me, I think, a bit. I think Snorlax is also a decent lead. Because it kind of just deals with a lot of things on this team. But I also think Nidoking is pretty good as a lead. If he wants to lead, I mean, yeah, Nidoking. I don't think he leads Umbreon. He leads Charizard. That would be the only problem, to be honest, because I don't really hit Charizard with much. Uxie is also pretty decent. I'll lead Uxie. It's good against pretty much everything except the Aegislash. Okay, that's what I like to see. Does this affect the Ghost type? I don't even know if it does. The Yawn attack. I don't want to like trigger a weakness policy. That would kind of suck. I'll go ahead and Yawn. Okay, it does affect him. That is very good to know. Shadow Claw goes off. Okay, we are physically defensive, so that did a decent chunk for sure. I mean, I'm not surprised it did a lot, but Aegislash Blade. Shadow Claw. Huh. Okay, so that did 57. If he's Adamant Max Attack with no boosting item, it's supposed to do 54 max. But that's not choice band damage for sure. So it could just be like muscle band, I guess. That would be in that range. I'm going to go ahead and U-turn. I outspeed, so I'm not too worried. Okay. So he does that. Oh, also I changed Hydro Cannon to U-turn. I felt like that was a little bit better there. Could go into Snorlax here. It kind of beckons in Umbreon, if I'm being honest. So I don't know if I really want to do that. Could go into Lawrence as well. The problem with that is that Drought is obviously a thing, and that's going to be a problem. For show. For show dough. I could make a really ballsy play, go into Snorlax, and then double out, predicting the Umbreon switch in. But I could just go into Sea Smoke if I'm predicting that to happen. I don't know. Yeah, Surf is not gonna knock him out for sure. A Hydro Cannon would have if I had that move. I could go into Large and then U-turn and then bring in Puddles. That would be, I think, a pretty safe move. Of course, you could click Focus Blast and burn my Choppleberry, which would suck. Or a Solar Beam. I don't think he risks a... Yeah, I'm going to U-turn, because I don't think he risks a Focus Blast here. Focus Miss. He probably knows he can take a hit, but he might want to play it safe and go to Umbreon anyway. Okay, he goes into Ferrothorn instead. Okay. I take the Iron Barbs, no Rocky Helmet. That's great for me. I think I go into Azteca, or just Sea Smoke. I think Sea Smoke's the play. He's not leftovers. He could be Akaberry. I just want to focus punch. Oh, he went into the wrong Pokemon. That sucks. Well, we do a decent chunk to him. Wow, he went into Charizard instead. I would have much preferred Umbreon, if I'm being honest. I'll go into puzzles here. Did a decent chunk at least. Weather Ball, okay. 21%. Danewan. Now, I don't think he stays in. I don't think that happens. Could make an aggressive double. I'm going to play it safe. Okay, so he is Intimidate, which is kind of good for me. I get off 19% on this bad boy. He could be like offensive. If he goes for sun boosted whatever, might do a lot to me here. Of course, Wild Charge for the Suicune is imminent if he's offensive. I want to calc that damage real quick. See what kind of Arcanine we're dealing with. How was it? -1. Rock Slide. Okay, so he's actually a defensive set. I was wrong. Looks pretty defensive here, if it's doing that little. Which begs the question: what is he gonna click here? What move is he going for? I want to say. Well, I don't really know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna Veil. I'll make the safe, easy play. If he Toxics, that's good for him. Yeah, that is pretty good for him. Unfortunately, kind of want to double. Yeah, I'm gonna double out. Predicting the Ferrothorn. Damn, that Toxic really sucks for me, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna predict the Ferrothorn here. Oh, he gives him a Charizard. It's not good. What do we do here? I don't know, man. The issue with the Ferrothorn is it might be Choppleberry, which would really suck for Zapdos. But does it really? I guess Gyro Ball will do a lot, yeah. Let's go into Puddles one more time. He does Weather Ball again. So he knows the Rock Slide's coming. I'm going to double out into Galarian Zapdos. Hoping he brings in... Aegislash is fine. I'm going to U-turn here. And hope I can catch him with this Stomping Tantrum. Nah, I can't get it. Okay. That's very sad. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna Veil. So he clicks Shadow Claw. Does a decent chunk there. If I go into Puddles, like I doubt he clicks Close Combat here. I think that would be pretty goofy. Like, do I take a Close Combat? Oh, I definitely do. I defo do. I'm gonna see if... Okay, he brings in Charizard. That's okay with me. I'll go for the Rock Slide here. The problem is I can't recover with this thing at all, which kind of sucks, if I'm being honest. I'm in the sun. I think I just Heat Crash here, to be honest. Okay, does he CC? He Sacred Sword. That's even easier. Okay, well, I definitely live that, and I can knock out the Aegislash. That's really good news for the Zapdos. The problem is I just kind of pretty much lost my Charizard counter. I don't know if it was worth it. I guess time will tell. So let's see. He brings in Dragonite. I kind of want to Encore him. In case he tries to set up on me. I'm going to do that. Okay, he clicks E-Speed. So I'm thinking this is a banded set, to be honest. I want to bring in Sea Smoke. And try to Ice Beam him. Or I don't know, man. Okay, so let's first of all see if he could have knocked me out if he wasn't banded. I'm gonna try to confirm that he is banded. I mean, I have a little bit of defense investment. Okay, so if he was max attack adamant with no boosting item, it still could have killed me. It's about, I mean, it's still likely that it knocks me out. So if I bring in Yuxi here, does a banded choice, does a choice banded extreme speed does not 2-hit KO? Well, oh, with the leftovers, it's gonna be close, but at least we can confirm that he is banded. That would be helpful. So I'll try to get the rocks up here. He hasn't seen that I have rocks, so okay, he E-speeds. Yeah, that's definitely banded damage there, so that's good to know. I don't even know if Veil is useful at all here with the Toxic on it, unfortunately. Yuxi it still has a little bit of utility with the Yawn, so I might just want to bring in Veil here and try to break this thing's sub. So we know this thing's banded, which is good. Yeah, like I said, this thing's pretty worthless here. He does bring in Ferrothorn. I don't really want to let this thing set up a bunch of hazards on me. Because that's definitely possible. I'm going to go into Golden Raven here. He Leech Seeds, okay. I'm going to knock off, see what kind of item this thing has. It does have a Chople. Okay, that's really good to know. He got off one Spike, and I'm going to go ahead and Yawn as my last turn, as he spikes yet again. Okay. So, late game is upon us here. Well, not late game, but moderately late game. The knockoff, let's go ahead and calc that. I mean, I'm going to guess this is like full Fizz Death by the damage. Yeah, this is definitely... Wait. Huh? I did 11, so maybe it's not. Unless I got like a max roll. Close combat still doesn't knock this thing out though, which is the main issue I see. I could bring in Sea Smoke. I could force this thing out. He can't bring in Charge Dog, it'll die because of the Flamethrower. We'll still knock it out. He brings in Umbreon. Umbreon's definitely a play here. I've only shown Focus Punch, so yeah, we're gonna go into Nidoking and Flamethrower. Okay, so we knock out the Ferrothorn. That is good news for us. It's 4-4. What does he bring in here? I wonder if he... You know what? I should have... Okay, so I can actually... I still outspeed a max speed Adamant Dragonite. I do not outspeed a max speed Jolly Dragonite. So... that's something to keep in mind. Oh wait, I can calc... Okay, he brings in this. Bro, if I had Sucker Punch... Oh my god. Okay, let's see what we want to do here. Hold on, what did I want to do? I wanted to calc... Okay, Veil took 24.8%. Extreme speed with the Adamant Choice Band. 23.8 to 28.2. So that was a low roll if he was that. Could he be Jolly Band? He could. It would be a higher roll if he was Jolly Band. So Golden Raven took 28. Okay, he has to be Adamant because 28%. He can't do that much damage to the Yuxi if he's Jolly Banded. So that's good to know. So this thing outspeeds that. Do we even take an E-speed if we come back in on spikes though? Oh, it's close. I don't think we do. It's really close and I don't think we do. Luckily I have kind of I have like a half sack here in Suicune. I could bring in Suicune here. I wonder if this thing knocks me out with a Weather Ball. I didn't really think about Weather Ball. Oh, it, oh, it definitely does. Oh yeah, I'm a goner for sure. So I'm trying to think. This thing's still nice for Arcanine for sure. Definitely is. Oh boy. If I sack Suicune, I can bring in Greninja. But then if I U-turn, I'm in a tough spot. Because if I don't kill Charizard, I basically have to sack something. But he might, yeah. I'm thinking a few turns ahead at this point. I don't think there's a reason for me not to sack Suicune. Suicune doesn't really, it loses to everything at this point. So, at least Nidoking has some sort of utility. Oh wow, he defogs. Oh, that's huge. I could have killed this thing. Oh my goodness. Gets rid of the spikes for me. So now, Dragonite, I don't know if it can knock out Nidoking with an E-Speed. It's gotta be, no, I don't think it can. I don't think it can. Let's see if he keeps it. He's still gonna, okay. That's fine. We're going to Lawrence here. I think he keeps this thing around. Now that the rocks are off the field, so I'm gonna U-turn. I don't think he wants me to get into Ash Greninja form. I think Umbreon is the play here. Okay. He brings in Arcanine. So that's tough because, oh, and he's Rocky Helmet. Jeez, man, he didn't even have boots on this thing. Okay, oh, whatever. Wow, if I just stayed in with Nidoking, that would have been huge for me. Well, I have to bring in Nidoking here. And do I just Earth Power? That is the question. Do I just Earth Power? It's too risky for me to Focus Punch here. It knocks out Charizard and does a lot to Umbreon, but if he stays in predicting that, we're in a shit spot. I mean, there's been so many 50-50s so far. It's really rough. This one's tough, for sure. But I think I still have the Earth Power. All we've seen is Toxic from this Pokemon. He's probably got Morning Sun. Toxic. Does he have... Oh. I'm not connected. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I am going to... I think I just have to... I'm just going to Earth Power. Okay. We knock out the Arcanine. Whew. That was so risky. I really didn't know the play there. He might just win the Sack War at this point, though, which is pretty sad. I don't think I have a use for this Pokemon, unfortunately. At this point. I think I Focus Punch in case he... Well, no. If he roosts, I go for Earth Power for sure. Because that will still get the job done. Yeah. I don't think there's... Okay, yeah. Weather Ball will knock me out. I believe I bring in Lawrence now. And, oh God, this is... I don't know if I win this, y'all. Because this Galarian Zapdos does not beat this Charizard, y'all. I could bluff the Scarf. I could bluff this... Wait, no, he doesn't have Weather Ball right now. Does he have... Okay, so he's got Weather Ball, Defog. Does he go for the Air Slash? Well, if I bring in... Okay, so here's the thought process. If I bring in Zapdos and I'm Scarf, there's no reason for him to keep this thing around, so he might as well just attack. So But I'm not Scarf, so I wouldn't live a hit. Which is why I pretty much have to bring in Lawrence here. And I think I have to Surf. Because if he air slashes here as I bring in Zapdos, I think I lose. Okay, we get the Surf off, we knock out the Charizard. Oh boy. Now, I don't know if he brings in Dragonite here. Yeah, he brings in Umbreon. Because if I have Ice Beam, I kind of just knocked that Pokemon out. Now, what... Does an E-Speed knock this thing out? I don't think it matters because I don't have Ice Beam. So I think I just... Dragonite. He's still got Multiscale, right? Damn, that really sucks. That he still has Multiscale. But I'm a kind of bulky Zapdos. I'm kind of bulky. What is this thing gonna do? Oh my gosh, oh my goodness. This is a really close game, y'all. But this is fun, for sure. It's very fun. Okay, I have a little bit of defense investment. Do I still take a banded adamant extreme speed from this range? I don't know that I do. Oh god, it's a roll. That is such an intense roll. Holy moly. It might just be a 50-50. I don't even know. I'm at 203. 203. With the investment I have, that is a 56.3% chance to OHKO. I'm thinking late game right now. If we're bringing Azteca, I think I have to. He misses a Toxic. Oh, that's huge. That is huge for me. It really is. So with this Dragonite, right? Do I don't OHKO with a Brave Bird. I don't live. Oh my god! I don't live 2 E-speeds from this thing. This thing's a freaking monster. If I U-turn, though, I think I'm in a better spot. Because if he brings in Dragonite as I U-turn, I can at least... get off some damage with the Water Shuriken. I think my play's U-turn. He does stay in. That kind of sucks for me. I'm going to bring in Lawrence here. He foul plays, so now I'm in range. For sure. Now I'm in E-speed range. Oh boy. If I had close combated there, that would have been a crazy good play for me, to be honest. Okay, so that means he's definitely Spit F, isn't he? With that amount of damage. With that amount of damage. U-turn. Yeah, he's Spit F, for sure. But I am an Ash Greninja, which means my base stats are much higher. I guess. Is that even taking it into account? Oh, yeah. So it is a... Oh my god. I'm trying to... That's not how that works. Oh, okay. I got it. No, we're good. So 153 special attack. That means I'm 445 right now? Yeah. Modest choice specs. I don't well, I do 2-hit KO. Foul play is not... I think I just Surf. Yeah, I think I just Surf. I do 42. He Toxics. Toxicses. I'm going to Surf again. He's going to Protect. I'm going to Surf again. He's going to Protect it. He gets a double Protect. I still kill him, though. As long as he doesn't get a triple Protect. Okay. Alright, now it's down to... Oh my goodness. I don't think I win this. I do not think I win this showdown, y'all. He probably just outrages. I don't know what I'm talking about. He probably just outrages. because he can do that. Yeah, I definitely don't live that. There ain't no way I'm living that, y'all. Oh yeah. Well, that's a good game. Good game to the opponent. Yeah, I need to Brave Bird twice. All right, that's it. Oh, we come really close, but unfortunately, we take the L there. I'm not too upset about this one. Well, it's Pokemon first of all, but second of all, I have been really busy, and I've honestly been just trying to get onto Gen 9. I'm tired of Gen 8, and this was a really fun one to end it off with. Obviously, I wish I defended my title because I won the BBDL last season, but this was a hell of a game. It was really fun, punch for punch. My opponent played really well. It could have been a better differential for him, I bet, if he made some different plays. If I made different plays. There were so many 50-50s in this game, I feel like, yeah. So this was a good one to end off Gen 8. I don't know I don't have any plans, honestly. I've been busy with other stuff to think about. Gen 9 leagues. There'll probably be a bunch of them out in a little while, probably a month's time, but something like that. But yeah, that's gonna be that. Again, GG's to the opponent here, King Baxcalibur. Really fun one, like I said. He's worked miracles with this team. Very surprised. I think it's just like the bluntness that he plays with, kind of catches some people off guard, especially me. The way my commentary works, I'm thinking I'm playing like 5D chess, and my opponent's just clicking buttons and it's working. Not to say that they're not thinking, obviously. That's not what I mean at all. But yeah, it's sometimes I can overthink things. But I think this game, I don't know. The team probably could have been better, and yeah, I think that's what kind of let me down. Is I was on the back foot for most of this game, I think, and I got some quick kills with like the Aegislash and the Arcanine and the Ferrothorn, and I ran out of sacks. So good game to the opponent. Wish them all the luck, all of the luck for finals. Should be fun. I don't know who's going to be against him yet, but yeah, that is it. Once again, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whatever it ends up being. So yeah, see you then.